And welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to give you a new update on the Disneyland Hotel, so let's go ahead and get started on that. As you know, the Disneyland Hotel is the original icon for the Disneyland Resort and typically the fan favorite amongst all three of the Disneyland Resort hotels. Disneyland has officially now announced a reopening date, so you can imagine our excitement when we found out that was going to be July 2nd, 2021. Certainly a lot sooner than we thought. However, the hotel will be reopening with some major changes and also major construction. I wanted to share with you a current look at the construction project at the Disneyland Hotel grounds and how it might impact your stay. Additionally, I wanted to try and cover some of the returning dining locations and also some amenities that might not be available to you. So if you plan on visiting the Disneyland Hotel for your upcoming Disneyland Resort vacation, we wanted to just make sure that you were aware of those. So without any further delay, let's get into it. So I wanted to show you guys this perspective from the current view of what's going on back there behind the Disneyland Hotel. As you can see, we can see the slide structure. This has never been seen before from Walnut Street. You can see some of the excavators there too, and the remnants of some of the buildings that have been excavated away. They also took away the stage back there and most of the Magic Kingdom lawn. You can see now I'm looking directly into the Disneyland Hotel complex, seeing all three towers. This was something you could not do before because the berm and the trees would block your view, and you can actually see there in the left hand side of the screen the top of the dirt hill that's been excavated away from the space, and then there's an excavator there on the right. And then this is just a look directly into the project from walking street side on Walnut Avenue, as you can see straight ahead there. And here's a look at the Magic Kingdom lawn before it was torn out. It's got a little bit of a stage left there, as well as a lot of grass for private events. And then here's an example of a private event. Fairy Tale Weddings would use it quite frequently for fairy tale weddings there directly on the stage. And before this, it was actually the Fantasy Water Show. So that stage is actually partially part of this setup for the show here. And as you can see, here's a clip from the laughing place of the old show Fantasy Waters that would dance to music and lights, and those back panels actually used to light up. That's all still there, or at least it was, as this construction now first marks the time when all of this has been removed. Every last remnant of Fantasy Waters is now gone. Alright, I just wanted to show everyone here the Disneyland Hotel's website so you can kind of see right from the source the opening date and information in regards to what's going to be available. I figured it's very important for you guys here, so you can see when the Disneyland Hotel initially reopens July 2nd, 2021. Some experiences may be modified or unavailable. Now this is important because it goes alongside a little bit of what I was saying in regards to construction, but also some restriction related items as well too. So we're gonna go ahead and click the see details, we'll head on over to the website over here. So basically just talks about coming back to the Disneyland Resort hotels, what you need to know. Most importantly though, I wanted to kind of point out here, prior to the shutdown, none of the Disneyland Resort hotels offered a convenient online check-in or checkout process. They did have an express checkout set in place for an automatic checkout, but all check-in was required at the front desk, and you did have to queue up for that. And sometimes, if you guys had been in any of the Disneyland Resort hotel lobbies, you would have seen quite some long queues during busier check-in times. So it's very, very nice that they've offered convenient online check-in. I know this wasn't a possibility prior for them, so it's nice to see that it is an option for guests arriving now. So keep that in mind when you are checking in. You can do that now online. They do talk about some additional cleaning they've had here, but most importantly, I wanted to talk about dining experiences for those guests that were headed to the Disneyland Hotel specifically. Of course, we know about some of the other things and other restaurants located at Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa that have reopened, but more specifically for Disneyland Hotel, the Tangaroa Terrace, which is that outdoor quick service location directly next to and adjoining the Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar, will reopen on July 2nd as well as Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar. Now, it specifically mentions here that Tangaroa Terrace Tropical Bar and Grill will open as a quick service restaurant, location on July 2nd. So they mentioned quick service here. And then Trader Sam's and Chana Tiki Bar will open as a table service restaurant. Now, it is probably going to be, reservation availability for both of these locations. For guests that are trying to come from off property, and for those guests that are staying on property, I'm sure they have mobile order options available for Tangaroa Terrace, as well as probably some sort of availability for hotel guests to get reservations at Trader Sam's. However, they will be having reservations available on the Disneyland Resort website, but they have not yet said when those would be available for Trader Sam's or Tangaroa Terrace, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Also, pool cabanas are open now. The Disneyland Hotel does offer pool cabanas at both of their pools. They've got some over by the main large pool closest to the Fantasy Tower, and then the slide structure pool also has cabanas as well. Now, we're not sure if all of them are going to be available. Only partial amounts of them are going to be available. We're not sure, but they did mention that they're going to be open and that servers are available also on the pool deck. So those are some great amenities to keep in mind. A lot of people like to have it, especially as it starts to get hotter this summer. Pool cabanas are a huge and popular option, especially at the Disneyland Hotel, and the ones by the slide are always very, very popular. However, the ones at the main pool are usually a lot quieter, so if you want a quieter cabana, those are probably better for you guys. And then specifically the fitness centers. Now, fitness centers will operate with state guidelines. They are open. However, this directly is impacted by the Disneyland Hotel's construction. Now, the fitness center for the Disneyland Hotel was originally on the Magic Kingdom lawn, which, as we talked about earlier in this video, has been excavated and cleared out for the construction of the Disneyland Hotel's fourth tower, or the Disney Vacation Club tower. So currently, I do not believe the fitness center location is there anymore. I think it has been cleared out to make way for construction of that area. So there's potentially a separate fitness center set up in one of the other towers. They had done this prior many times before. They had fitness centers temporarily in the Adventure Tower and some of their conference spaces. They've had them in the Frontier Tower in their conference spaces. So it's certainly not the first time they've done that. And if they didn't have it available, a lot of times they'll allow guests to utilize fitness centers at the neighboring hotels if that was important to you guys. At either the Grand Californian or the Paradise Pier Hotel, since they also have fitness centers. So you can always ask about that if it's important to you. And the Disneyland Hotel's merchandise location is in the Fantasy Tower, which is where the lobby is located. Their gift shop is called Fantasia Gift Shop, and I'm sure it's going to be open and available. It's not affected in any way by the construction adjacent to the Frontier Tower on the Magic Kingdom lawn, so it's totally fine. They just have some modified, shopping options available like they do at the other, merchandise locations throughout Disneyland Resort. So that's not typically new for anyone. The only thing that's temporarily unavailable on this list that would apply to the Disneyland Hotel specifically, of course, is character dining. We're probably not going to see a return of Goofy's Kitchen, at least with characters, anytime soon for the time being. You don't have any in-room dining, so no room service available at this time. The child lobby entertainment areas, this is a big one at the Disneyland Hotel. They have the cute little area set up by the TV with the large kind of teacup chairs and all that kind of stuff. That area would be blocked off for the children where they play cartoons and stuff like that. Of course, your extra magic hour benefit is not available at this time if you were choosing to stay at the Disneyland Hotel, or any of the hotels for that matter. Of course, any instructor-led fitness classes, special classes and programs they offer. They have special guest activities like walks in the morning, and sometimes like little craft times, or at the Disneyland Hotel they do like towel folding classes where they teach you how to fold the little animals that they put in your room from the housekeeping team. those particular things would not be available. And of course, character experiences. They do have characters usually walking around the hotel lobbies. So it sounds like that's not going to be something that's available at this time for the temporarily unavailable. So this could all change. This could all change. You know, we have a lot of things coming up down the pike here, starting June 15th with restrictions being lifted. If you're coming closer to like July or August, we could be looking at a totally different Disneyland resort. So it may not even be, this may not even be a thing anymore. They might have the spa back open again. They might have character dining. So we don't even know. This video just applies to right now. If you're in the months of June and July, at least for now, trying to book your hotel at the Disneyland Resort. And with that, I hope you got some information about the Disneyland Hotel you didn't already know. And I'll leave you with this nice view of Main Street as we sign off for the day, and we'll see you next time.